something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop whole game in the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Set. Blue line it. Blue line.
To throw on second down. Jones. Throw left side complete. It's Chambers. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. He got 29 yards that time.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse, still accurately.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
from the shotgun. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Panthers have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
A first down carry for Barkley. They find some open field here. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
He's going to get it running right. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Saquon Barkley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. A dump underneath to Jones. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. He's got Evans. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
He'll drop to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing, Jones. That's Samuel, caught left side. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Looking to throw on second down. Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Now Jones looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Here's Jones throwing on third and long. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it second down. Back to throw here. Over the middle, complete. That's Jensen. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. They go play action here on first down. steps away to his left. And that's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
On play action, they'll throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. They'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. He was looking for Watkins that time. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Now Jones looking to throw on second down. And he's got his man on the out route. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Jones now to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jones from the gun on third down. And he's got his target. That's more. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
There's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Goes underneath for Henry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. A handoff to Barkley. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a first and goal.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Operating from the gun. Jones escaping the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Here's Barkley, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. They'll run for it with Barkley, and he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Bucs defense, they'll celebrate the goal line stand.
Keep playing hard, fellas. All day. Whoa! Let's get it.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
And the Panthers coming out now. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down in position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Back to the air on 2nd down. Jones. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Watch it now, Barney.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Jones to throw again. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The result of 1st down is a quick slant gets him 14. Now Jones on 1st and 10 to Barkley on the check down. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green.
Jones now operating from the gun. Flushed out right. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Jones from the gun. He'll throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one is right down Broadway. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. 23 yards on the play. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Being chased out left. And that's off the mark, incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just 1 big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're 1 big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jensen. And he'll get it down here to the 43. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
That was a terrific job by the defense stopping them on 3rd and short. But sometimes you get some visual cues from the offense because when they're going in short yard situations, you might see the offensive line come in tighter together, a little more shoulder to shoulder, trying to wedge a hole in the middle. They didn't get it done on that play.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Jensen. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
He's going to sling this deep down, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. The extra point up and good, and that will get them one closer. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. Fielded about a yard deep. Uses the spin. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw on 2nd down. Jones. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones dancing to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Jones on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Chambers. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Jones now throwing on 1st down. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down inbounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Buying time to his left. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Line of scrimmage. Again, the 25. 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. His throw incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they'll let the fullback try and push the pile. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are within a 2-point conversion of tying us up. So a big play coming now for the Bucs as they'll go for 2.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and run it in, but he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice the game.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Over! Gun!
Jones operating from the gun. And some room to maneuver. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Eluding the pressure right. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. But he caught it out of bounds, and the score stays the same here in the 4th.
So close to changing numbers on the scoreboard. When you're running routes in the end zone, you've got to give yourself enough space as a receiver to make sure you can come down with the ball inbounds.
Especially in this type of a game in the 4th quarter. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
Now back to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Jensen, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point safely through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Again, blitz Barkley. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Chambers. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That good for 19 on a first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
He's back to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They come out here in the eye. Try to punch it in with Henry. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Derrick Henry in the final minute. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the 4th. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this fourth quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
That's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Back to throw. Flushed it, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.